Nikola Tesla, father of the 20th century, an electrifying man, was an inventor, physicist, engineer, and a fond lover of pigeons. This man worked among the greats Thomas Edison, George Westinghouse, and the esteemed Adam Smith, among many others. As a respected inventor, Tesla invented advancements for humanity that brought the world into the modern era. Beginning with his childhood, Nikola Tesla was born in Smiljan, Croatian, Krajina, Quacapoko, in the Smilogabalegan, Austrian Empire. According to legend, on the night of July 10th, 1856, Tesla was born at exactly 12 midnight during a lightning storm. Tesla was one of 5 children, having one brother, Dane, who was killed in a horse riding accident when he was 5. He also had 3 sisters, Milka, Angelina, and Marisa. Tesla finished a 4-year term of school in the span of 3 years, and then moved on to study electrical engineering at the Austrian Polytechnic in Graz. During his early life, Tesla was stricken with illness repeatedly. He suffered a strange affliction in which blinding flashes of light would appear before his eyes, often hallucinations. Much of the time, the visions were linked to avoid a word or idea he might have come across.
So we're here with Nikola Tesla. Nikola, I see you have your friend there.
Oh, yes I do.
What's his name?
This is my best friend, my little kitty. His name is Macaque.
Are you sure that's a cat and not a dog?
A what?
A dog. It seems we've lost him. And that's Nikola Tesla.
After moving around to Hungary and France, Tesla arrived in the United States in New York City on June 6, 1884, where he was hired by Thomas Edison to work for Edison Machine Works. During this time, an argument developed that would keep these 2 men at odds for the rest of their lives. During his employment, Tesla claims that Edison offered him an equivalent of $1 million by today's standards if he redesigned Edison's inefficient motor and generators. Tesla worked night and day on the improvements and gave the company several profitable patents in the process. When Tesla asked for the payment, Edison replied, "Tesla, you don't understand our American humor." In 1886, Tesla formed his own company, Tesla Electric Light and Manufacturing. However, Tesla's revolutionary ideas on developing alternating current conflicted with the financier's classic reliance on direct current electricity, and they forced him to leave the company. In his middle years, Tesla began investigating X-rays.
The instrument will enable one to generate radiant rays of much greater power than attainable with ordinary apparatus.
Tesla continued his work in the field and ended up severely burning one of his assistants in the process of testing his X-rays. Tesla's work in his field led to the development of the Tesla effect, which is the movement of energy through space and matter. In the late 1880s, Tesla and Edison's disputes over alternating versus direct current developed into the War of Currents. So great was the animosity between Tesla and Edison that sources claim that rather than sharing the Nobel Prize of 1915, each sought out to maximize the other one's achievements and right to win the award, and both refused to even accept the award if the other received it first, thus rejecting any possibility of sharing it. On July 30th, 1891, Tesla became a citizen of the United States at the age of 35. He established a lab in New York during this year At one point, while conducting resonance experiments with electromechanical oscillators, he generated the resonances of several surrounding buildings. It wasn't until he reached the resonance of his own building that he realized how extremely dangerous the experiment was, and was forced to terminate it with a sledgehammer, just as astonished police officers arrived. When Tesla was 41, he filed the first basic radio patent. However, this patent was much disputed over, as Marconi was awarded the first Nobel Prize in Physics for radio in 1909. This was a significant blow to Tesla's pride. On Tesla's 75th birthday, he was featured on the cover of Time magazine. Like his role model, Adam Smith, Tesla was also interested in quantum physics. Tesla was fascinated with the concept of light as both a particle and a wave. Using this idea, Tesla developed a number of theoretical inventions that seemed to leap straight out of science fiction, including anti-gravity airships, teleportation, and time travel. Tesla's most genius theoretical invention was his thought photography machine. He reasoned that thought formed in the mind created a corresponding image in the retina, and the electrical data of this neural transmission could be read and recorded in a machine. The stored information could then be processed through an artificial optic nerve and played back as visual patterns on a view screen. Personality-wise, Tesla was a very peculiar man. He was fluent in many languages including Czech, English, French, German, Hungarian, Italian, and Latin. It has been said that he had obsessive-compulsive disorder and always had to do things in threes. Whenever he stayed in a hotel room, the room number had to be divisible by 3. He was physically disgusted by jewelry, most notably pearl earrings. He was particular about being clean. He was obsessed with pigeons and fed them in Central Park alongside the old lady that still feeds them today. Nikola Tesla was particularly good friends with Mark Twain. They spent a lot of time together in his lab and elsewhere. He never married, claimed to be celibate, and behaved indifferently to women. Furthermore, he didn't like touching round objects or human hair. He was also quick to criticize others' clothing. At age 86, Tesla died of heart failure alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel, which is, of course, divisible by 3. Despite how much money he gained from patents and whatnot, Tesla died with an insurmountable debt. After his death, government authorities repossessed his papers and documents and found among his work plans for a death ray. His work on this related to particle beams, and he had attempted to market it to the U.S. War Department. This work is considered a conspiracy, and the federal government labeled his files as top secret, never releasing them again. The man called Nikola Tesla, a man who rivaled Edison's work ethic and Einstein's genius, once calling Einstein's relativity work
magnificent mathematical garb which fascinates, dazzles, and makes people blind to the underlying error, because the theory is like a beggar clothed in purple, whom ignorant people take for a king.
was cremated on January 12, 1943. His ashes reside in the Nikola Tesla Museum in Serbia today.